Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the famous forecourt of Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California, where the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production Grand Hotel is having its world premiere this evening. The outstanding cast of the motion picture industry has been lavished on this production. Any attempt to describe the setting here tonight would necessarily give only a very limited idea. Grauman's Chinese Theater this evening is a mecca for the elite of Hollywood. There are celebrities attending this premiere from all over the country. Hollywood Boulevard is ablaze with light. Thousands of people jam the sidewalks and the street in front of the theater and here in the forecourt. Batteries of cameras are banked on all sides of us. Microphones are suspended from overhead. The great array of stars featured in this picture is bringing its screen colony out in full force this evening. We promise to introduce all the celebrities that attend. You probably know from the advanced pictures and publicity that have been sent out, the action of the picture Grand Hotel centers around the great circular desk in the lobby. That same desk has been erected here this evening, and as the stars arrive, they will be asked to sign the hotel register. Naturally, it would be outside the province of anyone not connected with the film industry to attempt the introduction of Screenland's famous personages, so I will now turn the microphone over to our master of ceremonies, one of the outstanding actors of the screen, and a man of whom the film industry is very proud, Mr. Conrad Nagel.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor of presenting one of Hollywood's best-known actors, Mr. Eddie Robinson. Eddie? Will you sign up here?
Yes, indeed.
You can't get into this hotel without signing up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, they're coming here so fast we can't keep track of them. Mr. Lou Ayres and his very charming wife, Miss Lola Lane, are just registering at the present time.
And here's Lionel Barrymore, who gives that marvelous performance of Kringeline at Grand Hotel. Denmark's official representative to the Olympic Games, Jean Hershow. And here's another honor. To present to you Mr. and Mrs. Ben Lyon. Mrs. Lyon, of course, is Bibi Daniels to the fans.
Mr. Wheeler and Mr. Woolsey, we're going to sign you up right here.
Okay.
There you are, young fellow. What kind of room do you want?
It looks like a big night for the Grand Hotel.
And,
Bert, have you ever stopped at a Grand Hotel? What you say? Have you ever stopped at a Grand Hotel? I don't know. I'll have to go home and look at my towel.
Well, I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you since Helldiver's, young fella.
How are you?
I'm glad to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a chap that needs no introduction, Mr. Wally Beery.
Thank
Wally,
you.
will you sign up here?
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wally Beery plays the part of Pricing in the picture tonight, or is it Pricing, Wally?
Pricing.
Pricing. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm in a tough spot. I have to introduce my boss, but he's also been one of my best friends for 8 years, Mr. Louis B. Mayer. Mr. Mayer, will you sign up?
You bet.
We'll give you the best in the house.
It's a great night.
I think we better turn this over.
I want to start a new page.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Won't you say just a word for us?
It's surely a great night. I'm only sorry that all my friends from the East, our President Nicholas Skenk and my associate Mr. Rubin can't be here and see the sight. I'm proud to be the head of an organization that can turn out the products we've been turning out. Our fans are entitled to the best, and I'm thankful that we can supply what we consider fine pictures. Proud of my associate, Irving Thalberg, who was able to make this picture himself. And I hope you'll all enjoy it, as it gave us a thrill to make it. I want to present the young man who was the director of this magnificent picture, my friend, Eddie Gouldy. Here you are, Eddie. Say a word to the fans.
Well, this is a spot. The director sounds very pompous at this time.
How are you, Eddie? I'm glad to see you.
It wasn't a man.
Don't forget to sign up here. You've got to sign up for the register.
Yes, sir.
One of the screen's best actors. I want you to meet Walter Houston, who recently joined our MGM forces.
Lillian, I haven't seen you since we were barnstorming over in Brooklyn.
That's right. I couldn't be more excited for my own opening. I can't speak. I'm so scared.
Are you glad to get home again?
Well, after 8 months of Europe and New York, it's marvelous to get back here and see something really sensational with this opening.
Brooklyn's very nice, but California looks good when
Well,
we get
Brooklyn
back.
looks nice to me. It's where I came from.
Mr. Eddie Lowe is signing up.
Have you ever noticed the
And here's my pal, Fred Niblo.
at the beginning of so many pictures in the cinema houses?
I've noticed it, Fred.
I believe that Lion is the greatest critic in the world for the reason that he only sees the best pictures. You never see him anyplace else. If the picture isn't good, he isn't there. If it is good, he roars. If it isn't good, the audience roars. And when he roars, this is what he tries to say. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Oh, what a liar.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Sign up, Bob. What would you like?
Oh, I want 2 rooms and 3 beds.
2 rooms and 3. What are the 3 baths for?
One every week for 3 weeks.
Well, it took Grand Hotel to bring Lou Stone out of seclusion.
We've got to introduce lovely Anita Page there.
Thank you.
How are you, Anita?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. Is this the book?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marlena Dietrich.
And her husband, Mr. Rudolph Sieber. No, our eyes don't deceive us. It's Anna Q. Nielsen, fully recovered from the accident that kept her from the screen so long.
Miss Jean Harlow, ladies and gentlemen, is just going to register.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baker.
Miss Harlow has just come back from one of these personal appearance trips. I followed her up about 3 weeks behind her. How did you like it?
I loved it, but I can't write with gloves.
And here's the screen's first gangster. He's now playing the lead in The Red-Headed Woman. Chet?
Conrad, it's a great pleasure. I'm awfully happy to be able to congratulate Metro Goldwyn Mayer on what promises to be one of the biggest things of the screen year. You know, Metro Goldwyn Mayer actors are very lucky. John Barrymore came over to MGM and look what he got. Garbo. Then there's Wally Beery. Look what he got. Joan Crawford. I've just signed with MGM and look what I got. The Red-Headed Woman.
The debonair young gentleman hiding under the high hat is Billy Haynes. Ah, and here are Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr. Mrs. Fairbanks, of course, is Joan Crawford, as you all know.
Joan, it's very sweet of you to come over. How are you? Glad to see you. My, you have a nice sunburn. Will you register? We shouldn't ask you to register to go in to see the Grand Hotel. I saw it in New York. Joan saw the opening of a grand performance.
Thank you, Conrad.
Everybody in the country is going to be arguing all winter long who gives the best performance in Grand Hotel. Won't you say just a word?
I'm too nervous.
Are you really?
I'd like to say only one thing. Hello to Rennie Adbury. She's listening in.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Joan. Doug, will you register here?
I know who steals the picture, but I'm prejudiced.
I don't blame you. Miss Constance Bennett, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up to register.
And her husband, the Marquis de la Falaise. Pandemonium breaks loose. Chains, ropes, and police cordons fail to hold the crowd as it catches sight of the star it's been eagerly awaiting. There's a wild, surging rush forward, carrying police and barriers with it, as the frenzied spectators struggle to greet and acclaim their favorite.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the thrill of the evening. It's a great privilege and a great pleasure to present to you. Come on over here, Norma. It's your turn. You probably guessed from the cheering that it's Miss Norma Scherer. Hello, Norma. How are you? Very glad to see you.
You don't have to hand me a speech, darling. I'm not going to make one.
Aren't you really?
First of all, I want to say how glad I'm to see you back.
Well, I'm glad to get back, Norma.
Conrad, do you know that I never can make up my mind whether I'd rather be outside of one of these dinners or inside? I think with a picture like tonight, I'd rather be inside. You know, being a fan, it's hard, darling. I'm excited about seeing this picture, so I've never been in the studio before in my life.
Good.
I want to congratulate everybody in it. I think they're all marvelous. I just wish I'd been in it myself, but can't have all the luck, can you?
No, that's right. Thank you, Norma. That's very sweet. Here, you can't go in without registering.
Oh, I have to register?
And he is a very great actor and a splendid fellow and a very great friend, Mr. Clark Gable.
And now, friends, the excitement breaks all bounds. With frenzied cries, the crowd surges forward. Ropes and chains are strained to the breaking point. And like the bursting of a dam, the barriers finally give way. The police who've been able to maintain order until now rush madly to control the released humanity. But only the stout chains held by the vigilant guards at the entrance of the forecourt can stem that rush as the enthusiastic spectators dash forward to greet and acclaim their favorite stars.